And I've been thinking about the adjective to put on this. Is it an incredible move? Is it unprecedented? Is it unique? Is it weird? Is it one of a kind? I don't know specifically what it is, but it has not happened in the NFL. What's going on with the San Francisco 49ers and how they're going about skinning the cat by restructuring Jimmy Garoppolo's contract and him back for one more year, JD.
Sounds like you're saying unprecedented.
It feels that way.
I'm leaning more unique and weird, only because I love the Warren Moon usage.
But I don't think unique conveys how unique it is. Like, I think it's more than just unique. I think it's, someone says, confounding. Problem with confounding is that has a little bit of a judgment in it that I'm just looking for a word for the situation. Point is, we have ourselves a theme to this San Francisco 49er season, and as long as Jimmy Garoppolo is on the team and Trey Lance is healthy, it's not going away. We've got to be honest about that. 888-957-9570 is the number. Get in and talk about it. And there are branches upon branches, and it is just a fascinating one. Here's one thing I thought of, JD. As we were talking about he's going to, he'll handle it fine. And if he doesn't, well, then that just shows he wasn't the guy. Well, the idea of handling it doesn't mean, okay, I don't like this, but at some point the finger's going to snap and now I handle it. I went from not handling it to handling it at this specific time, and that's when it happened. It was a day after I found out about Jimmy Garoppolo.
Right.
That's not how it works.
No.
It lingers all season long. It will be something that he's going to have to deal with, handle, if you will, throughout the course of the season. Like, that part's not going away. How will he handle if he gets replaced by Jimmy Garoppolo because of poor play?
Well, it's any scenario, really.
Right.
He may handle it. He may play well and they win week 1. He may play well and they win week 2. He may go to Denver in a tough environment, throw 4 interceptions on Sunday Night Football. They lose. He's 2-1. Maybe still gets to keep his job at that point because he's 2-1, but the clock is officially started on, would Kyle Shanahan make a move?
Right. And the mere fact that Jimmy Garoppolo is on the roster as opposed to 2 quarterbacks he didn't like maybe is the difference between Shanahan going to that quarterback week 4 instead of week 7.
The other part of it is, let's say he's playing average and he gets hurt and Jimmy Garoppolo has to step in, and Jimmy Garoppolo plays well in the time that he's hurt or plays at a higher level than Trey Lance had played at that point. How does he deal with whether he gets the job back or not? And the questions that come with that, the cloak of Jimmy Garoppolo. We've talked a lot this offseason, Steiny, about the shadow that's hanging over Trey Lance. Well, to me, there really wasn't that much of a shadow because at the end of the day, they won with Garoppolo. They didn't win a Super Bowl. He was an effective enough quarterback with everything else the Niners had going on, but he was going to be gone. So you can say there's a shadow, but there's really not a shadow to the extent that there's a shadow because he's still freaking here.
Yep.
It's completely different.
Yep. Absolutely. Every post-game interview, Shanahan will be asked the question. 925. Maybe not every single one.
Well, again, if Trey plays well and they win, then no.
Right. But those two things, I agree, have to happen. I mean, what if, and this is a situation, you're right, I can't imagine either. Not can't imagine, because you never know, but what if Trey plays well and the team's not winning? Well, then a reporter can say, I know Trey's playing well, but do you just put Jimmy in to get a spark or from everybody else? I don't.
That part would be confounding,
right?
Although I will say, I think in that particular scenario, Trey would keep his job.
What about polarizing?
Yeah, I think we're not there yet.
Right.
Because there's a certain group of 49er fans that are like, this is great, this is awesome, nothing to see here.
Right.
I think there's another with Garoppolo as a backup plan, right? And it's no big deal if Trey doesn't play well.
Right.
And I think there's also the other side of the spectrum, which is, well, Trey's going to be awesome, so it's not going to matter.
Right.
And so that but if the moment that doesn't happen, there's action.
Yeah, there is. Andy in Livermore. What's up, Andy? Talk to me.
Hey, guys. First time caller, long time listener, man. Hey, I wanted to bring a certain point up. I noticed that a lot of the calls about Garoppolo and Trey competing for the position. How about maybe they brought them both in, or they brought Garoppolo back as kind of like a bigger brother? I'll teach you the ropes. I'll teach you the game plan on the sidelines. And, Trey, of course, respects him as an older brother, and he takes that information and gets better ultimately because of it. And at the same time, Garoppolo kind of rebuilds his brand, as a leader and somebody who's for the team. I mean, I see this as a win-win no matter what.
Yeah, you know what, Andy? That's a great point, and we've heard that. And I won't take again. I think there's a chance this could work. The quarterback room got better.
Sure,
I believe that argument.